Welcome to JAWA Software Budget Training.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Hi, I am Noura from JAWA Software. JAWA Software Financials has a powerful budgeting and budget allocation module. This allows your organization to define budgets for different accounts and different cost or profit centers. The budgeting is done from the ground up. This means you define the budget for the department or sections at the lowest level of your organization hierarchy and for the posting level account. The system will automatically tally the budget upward from the section to the department to the entire organization. Budgets allow businesses to plan for the future by setting financial goals and objectives. By establishing a budget, businesses can outline their expected revenues and expenses, enabling them to allocate resources effectively and work towards specific targets. Budgets enable management to prioritize spending and ensure that resources are utilized optimally. Budgets serve as benchmarks against which actual financial performance can be measured. By comparing actual results to the budgeted figures, businesses can assess their performance, identify variances, and take corrective actions as needed. This process helps in evaluating the effectiveness of financial strategies and identifying areas for improvement. Budgets provide a framework for financial control within an organization. By establishing budgetary targets and monitoring actual performance against these targets, businesses can exercise control over their financial activities and ensure accountability among employees and departments. It is important to know that if you purchased the project costing module of JAWA Software, you will be able to set up budgets for each project down to its bill of material and all the other project elements. In this presentation, we will be focusing on the budget creation and revision. As I mentioned, setting your budget is always done from the ground up. In this case, you set the budget for department number 1 and department number 2 and number 3 for company number 1 and for store number 1 for company number 3. The system will tally the budget for company number 1 and company number 3 and the holding company. My colleague Emma will explain how you can set the budget in JAWA Software Financials. Hi, I am Emma from JAWA Software. Budgets in JAWA Software Financials has 3 flags: green, orange, and red. You can set messages when the account reaches these flags. For example, you may want an alert message when your budget reaches the red flag or 98%. This can be done in the budget setup screen, which I will show you later. You can also define if you want the system to stop posting the transaction if the budget limit has been reached. Also, you set up here what you want to do if the budget limit has been reached. Either you revise the existing budget or define a new one. Please note that revising the existing budget will remove the history, but if you define a new budget from the existing one, the history will be maintained and you can always go back to the previous budget. Later, I will show you how you can set up these percentages in the budget creation screen. To create a new budget, click on Budget in the Budgeting module. If you do not see this module, this means that you either did not purchase it or it is not enabled for you on your machine. Click on Add to add a new budget. Enter the budget name. In this example, I am entering a budget for Ardia Store. Enter the date and budget number. Then select the financial center. For this example, I am setting the budget for Ardia Store. Then select the account that you want to set the budget for. Once you pick the account from the list, set the green, orange, and red percentages. Once you set these percentages, the system adds these values to the list below. You can click again on the account to add a new account to the budget list. Once Tab is clicked, the system will add the new account to the list below. You can set a budget for as many accounts as you wish. An important note here is that if you are setting the budget for a revenue account, use the minus sign since revenue is a credit account. You can set as many budgets for the same business center as you like. This is useful if you want to set the best, average, and worst scenario. Once these budgets are saved and approved by management, you will need to click on Post. Once these budgets are saved and posted, you will need to click on Set as Current to make one of the posted budgets as the current one. As I mentioned, you can create multiple budgets for the same department or business center for the same fiscal year. To do that, just copy or duplicate the first budget. Change the budget number and the name, calling it best, average, or worst. Change the budget values for the different accounts, then save. Once these budgets are saved, printed, and posted, you will need to set one of them as the current budget. To do that, click on the Set as Current. Setting the budget as current will enable the system to analyze actual achieved number against the current budget. At any point, you can change the current budget to another saved or posted budget or duplicate the existing budget, change some values or accounts, and set that as the current budget. One of the important features of JAWA Software Budgeting module is the ability to distribute the budget on a monthly basis. To do that, just remember that you cannot distribute a budget once it is posted. However, if you need to do that, just duplicate the budget, then distribute the amount for the different months in the year. Click on the Edit Period button. A new window opens where you can set the monthly budget by percentage of the total budget or a monthly value. This is important for seasonal accounts where budgets change from one month to another. Revising budgets is essential for maintaining financial health, adapting to change, optimizing resource allocation, managing risks, aligning financial plans with strategic objectives, and communicating effectively with stakeholders. This important business requirement is available in JAWA Software Budgeting module. You can always revise the current budget or set another budget as the current. You can revise the budget by increasing the value's percentage or amount. For example, let's assume you want to increase the budget for all the accounts by 10%. To revise the current budget, click on the Revise button. A new window opens allowing you to select which account you want to revise and for which period. Give the revision a new name and a new budget number. Click on Save. It is that easy. JAWA Software Budgeting is very powerful. Aside from the many features and capabilities, one important feature I forgot to mention is that once you set the monthly budget, the system will automatically break down this month's budget on a daily basis. For example, if the budget for the month of January is $3,100, the system will set the allowed budget for the first day of the month as $100, and the 2nd of January as $200, and so on. The allowed budget does not limit posting. It is just an indicator. The current budget will be reflected in all the financial analysis screens. You can create many budgets for one business center. Set one of the created budgets as current. You can distribute the budget on a monthly basis. You can always revise posted budgets and set new values by percentages or amount. Print the budget before posting. Remember, you can always set up the budgeting system to stop the posting if the budget limit has been reached. Thank you for your time. Bye-bye.